Let me tell y'all my story. Okay, so anyway, so like I was saying, my name is Nina, and I am Capricorn. I am a black entrepreneur. I sell hair and lashes online. Make sure y'all log on to NENNA.com. Get your lashes, your wigs, and bundles. You know what I'm saying? Just get your hair, ladies. Yeah, so let me tell y'all about me. So, I am I'm a hustler, okay? I have the heart of a hustler. And I just like I dare to be great in every aspect of my life. Like, I don't want to say I'm an overachiever, but I like to give my best when I do things. And that's including friendship, relationship, a job, assignment at school, work. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, I like to give my best. You know what I'm saying? So, I grew up in foster care, let me just tell y'all. And growing up, I always told myself, like, I can't be like my parents. I can't keep the you know, what, how can you say it? I can't keep the line going, the legacy going. I I can't keep the line going of dysfunction of dysfunction. I can't keep it going, and I don't want to. And I also believe in we are not our childhood, and we are not what happened to us. You know what I'm saying? So I just always told myself, like, when I get older, I will be a boss. I will be, you know, on top of things. I will be married. I will have kids. I will be successful. You know, I will be all of these great things. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's just like as I got older, life stepped in. You know, like I was in school. I went to school for nursing when I immediately got out of high school. Then that didn't work out. So then I started working. Well, I was working Walmart and going to school. Then I was working in a hair salon, being a hair braider, like a little assistant. And the lady was ripping me off in the money. Then, what did I do? Oh, my first job was Burger King. And then I started doing hair in my living room. And then I didn't want to be bothered with that because I didn't really want people to know where I lived. And I just didn't really trust it. And then I'm not the type, like, I don't want to really deal with people's attitude if their hair don't come out right, or blaming me because you're already bald headed, and then when you take your hair out, you feel like I pulled your hair out, you know. Then I tried to do it again and went to school for cosmetology, and it's just like these avenues just did not work out. So in the midst of like me working Walmart and going to school for nursing, I ended up being a shot girl, because at the time when I graduated 2013, it's like shot girls was in. Like, everybody, you know, all my friends in Arkansas I seen online on Facebook was being a shot girl. So I'm just like, you know, I'm in Chicago now, but let me, you know, find one. Let me join the trend and find um a spot where I can be a shot girl too, you know, because it's hot, you know. So I ended up finding a spot where I could be a shot girl, and I was a shot girl for like 3 months. And then next thing you know, one day they had a slow day, and they was talking to me like, oh, you know, hey, Tiff, you want to get up top? We're short of girls. So this was my first time ever, like, pole dancing, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I've always been like a bubbly, energetic, happy, goofy person. You know what I'm saying? So when I got up there, I had fun. I really had fun. And clearly, the guests of the place saw that I was having fun and saw my confidence, because they started, you know, coming around and tipping me or whatever. And it was a good night. Like, I was real energized, and the boss came to me like, "Where are you hiding those skills from?" And I'm like, "I don't even know. Like, this just happened, Um, so from there, the next day I came to work. They told me I was no longer a shot girl. Like, I was a dancer, and I'm just like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, Tiff, you're not a shot girl anymore." And I'm like, "But I want to be a shot girl." And it was like, "Either you can be a dancer or you don't work here anymore." So I was just like, I need the money. And I did make good money the night before. So I went along with it. But the point of us having this bedtime conversation, remember that these are our bedtime conversations. The point of me telling this story is because not only to show you how you can be on the right track and the enemy can distract you, but also the glory of God on how he keep his hands on you. Even in the midst of it, we don't see it, but he's there. So I just want to tell my story and encourage you guys to just always remember, no matter what you go through, no matter how, when you have a plan and things might take a turn, is because our thoughts is not his thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we always say, "Oh, it's the devil, it's the devil, it's the devil." We got to stop giving the devil so much credit, because it very much so can be just God teaching us a lesson. And also, if you know good and that's all you've been raised around was good, 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 he's going to expose you to bad so you can appreciate the good and understand. You can't just know one side of a situation. You can't just know one side of life. He's going to show you everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, the good and the bad, so you can know what to watch out for in the near future, and also so you can help someone else. And I've learned that a lot of stuff that we go through is not even for us, it's for us to help someone else. So anyway, I'm going to fast forward, because slowly but surely, as we keep talking, I will break down my life and tell you guys, but I don't want to do it all in one video. You know what I'm saying? Things take time, so we're just gonna work our way. We're gonna work our way up and get to know each other. So anyway, the dance life, right? So I was a dancer. Excuse me, guys. Let me get something to drink. I am not a pop drinker, but if I do, I only drink light pop. Shout out to 7-Up. Okay. So, I was a dancer, and I was still working at Walmart, and everything was going so good. And I ended up, like, lacking with Walmart on my attendance or whatever, and there was some under the table stuff going on too. And long story short, I just ended up not working Walmart anymore. I didn't get fired and I didn't quit. I just ended up not working there anymore. And things just started going fast, y'all. Like, fast. Like, the money was good. I was blinded by it. I ended up leaving the one club that had the shot girls and going to, like, more urban clubs, and then I started traveling, out of town, working and dancing and everything. And I'm not here to promote the club, and I'm also not here to judge those that do it, but I'm definitely not here to promote it. If anyone was to ask me my opinion on should they dance or become a stripper, I would say no, for the simple fact being, yes, it can be fun, yes, it can be uplifting, but after you're there for so long, it becomes draining, and draining of the energy, draining of the spirit, draining of the soul, draining of the goodness of you, draining of life just as a whole. It becomes draining, and you have to stay focused, you have to stay clean, and you have to stay around positivity if that's what you want. I was so against pill popping. Get in a club, and what ends up happening, I went from having one drink to 2 drinks to 5 drinks. And it went from that to now I don't pop pills to, oh, let me try it. Give me a piece of a piece. To, oh my God, you got some pills today? You got the meds for the night? And it's just like you become immune to what you are around. They don't become immune to you, because when I was there, I used to always be like, I gotta go to church tomorrow, and it went from me saying Saturday night, Sunday morning, I have to be in a church, I have to go to church, I have to leave, I have to hurry up and get out of here because I have to go to church, to me dating the church, to me breaking up with the church. And I was not, going to church, not really going to Bible study, and it was just like all about the club, all about the club, all about the money, all about the money, all about turning up, all about taking shots, all about what I can get, all about making sure I get this baller number so when I have a slow night I can call him in. It was all about material things. It was all about the fast life. It was all about what I can get. It was all about money, 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 money. And let me tell y'all something. Honestly, I was not really doing anything with my money. Like, I don't own not one major name brand. Far as Akira, I do have Alexander Wayne shoes and stuff like that, but I'm talking about Louis bags, Gucci bags, fur coats, Prada, Givenchy. I don't own none of those things. And for me to have been working in the club for 4 or 5 years, you would think that I have so much, so much stuff, or let's be honest, so much to show for it, far as what I have. But I will say this, I have always loved shopping at Walmart, Akira, Rainbow. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, I was not really spending my money on nothing of high value. I was always getting my nails done. I was always getting my hair done. I was getting my makeup done. I was always eating. I did always have a car in the crib. I did. And then eventually, after I fell out of love and tried to revamp myself, I ended up cutting all my hair off. That's when I started my business, NENNA STACKZ Collection. But we'll talk about that in another video. But it's just you go in with a plan. And then when you get in, you get so used to the lifestyle and the money that you can get distracted from your plan. And I'm not trying to bash anybody. You're just going to be disobedient and just going to get on the bed after I told you get down. Okay. My dog is on my bed. Okay, so, and I'm not trying to down anybody, but if you really pay attention, half of the people that you see on social media and on these social sites, they call themselves influencers, because it's all they do. They dress half dressed and buy this designer stuff, or sleep with this person to get them designer stuff, to just show for it. And their spirit is bad. They're not focused. They can't hold a decent conversation. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have any self-respect. They don't know how to dissect a situation correctly. They don't know how to read the guy they're dealing with, or a friendship, or even a family member. They just really have the mind of a young person, because they're only focused on looking good, but not actually looking good and being good inside out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so glad for the glory of God and the grace of God and the mercy of God and the favor. And like they say, favor ain't fair, but it feels good. And it does. You know, because I can honestly say that when I was in the nightlife, y'all, I literally used to pray like, God, I don't want to be here long. I don't want to be here all my life. I don't want to be here 30, 40 years old and you know, still doing this at 30, 40 years old. Like, I'm not in a good relationship. I have, like, it was people in there that had kids with an S, 30, 40, like, not married. You know what I'm saying? And it was, and the way they hold conversations was such, like, some people was on a middle school level, some people was on a, you know, early high school level. And to me, I felt like I didn't want to be like that. Even though I was in the nightlife and I was, you know, enjoying the money and making money, I always was observant, very observant. Even the times where I was intoxicated, I don't know, it's just like it was a sober piece in me that always was like watching. And I always told myself that I cannot be in here all my life. Like, I don't want to be in this club all my life. Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get married. I want to have kids. Um, I want to travel. You know, I want to live a good, and not saying being in a club you can't live a good life, but I want to be able to hold a decent conversation without talking about money, sex, lies, drug, who's sleeping with who, who's dating who. I don't want to care about that stuff. I want to have a real adult conversation and just enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more to life than just money, sex, drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't want to be around something that stole my focus. I didn't know that it was going to steal my focus, but I knew when I got in that I didn't want to be there long. And I prayed on it. I prayed on it. That was like one of my consistent prayers. Like, God, remove me from this club. God, bless me to, you know, start my business and leave the club alone. And I did pray that when I leave the club, bless me to leave with a good savings. And see, sometimes our prayers and our plans is on track with God, and sometimes it isn't. Okay, because I ended up drinking like crazy, y'all. Like, I don't know, it just went crazy. I was in love with a toxic person, and I was young, I was vulnerable. Seeing that, you know, I had just moved back to Chicago, and, you know, I still was trying to fill the void of feeling love. Seeing that I grew up in foster care and everything, I was trying to fill the void. So I don't know, like, the person ended up being someone completely different. Like, he wasn't who he told me he was. He wasn't who I thought he was. He had way more baggage than, you know, you could even imagine, or, you know, it was just too much. But I was already in too deep because I was using him as my safe place. Like, and that's another thing, we should never look to another person to be our safe place. Nobody but God. But I was looking at him to be my safe place, and that was a distraction. The money at the club was a distraction. People getting to know me at the club and know my name was a distraction. Then when I finally launched my business, people was, you know, hitting me up about my products, buying it. And it's just like all of that went to my head. It went to my head. And I always was like, God, I don't want to be in a club for long. And I also pray to be humble. And, you know, they say be careful what you pray for, because you will get it. And I will honestly tell you that the month of June 2019, life took a toll for me, guys. Like, it really took a toll, which I thought was for the worst. but it was for the glory of God, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You know, I was watching videos on YouTube on how to manifest money and everything. I was um, just trying to find myself in all the wrong places. I was still having faith that even though me and this person is distant, we don't talk as much, I still love him, I'm still holding on to him, I'm going to wait for him, I'm going to plan this, I'm praying on it. But then I'm also saying, God, if it's not for me, then, bless me to be okay with it. Bless me to, just work it out, move on. And it was like I was on a seesaw. I was a contradiction walking. It was like, I don't want them, but I do want them. I don't want the club, but I want the club money. I want the business, but I don't want to put in the work. I praise you, God, but I'm going to do my own thing. So, and sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. Like, we're human, But like I said, June, God said, okay, enough is enough. This is the time you're going to make your choice. You're going to make your decision. It's either me or it's you. No more water and oil. No more. It don't go together. Can't be together, and I'm not going to allow it to be together because my prayers was getting stronger. But I can honestly tell you guys, as my prayer was getting stronger, my hustle was getting stronger. Like, as much as I was praying to God, I was going harder in a club or going harder for this person. And it's just like, you praying to me this, but then you doing this. No. We got to get some order about this. And I am so glad, and I hope that this helped you guys to also get some order and some structure about your prayer and your lifestyle. Because like they say, prayer without works is dead. And basically I felt dead because I was praying one thing, but I was working in a different avenue than what my prayer was. And so June, like I said, I was watching videos on how to manifest money and all this, and I'm speaking to God like, I want this, I want that, and and it was just like certain things I was doing was not of God, and I didn't know until like my church family started telling me, and family members started telling me, so I had to like get myself out of that or whatever, and I prayed on it, and so basically I was in a position of fighting forces. It was just like God and the enemy was just like tug of war or whatever, and I was like drinking, and I'm like saying like, okay, I'm gonna make this amount, I'm gonna do this. And I used to go in a club, and I was already drunk when I got there. Get there, I wouldn't pay no one no attention. I would speak to everybody, but I didn't really see everybody because I was already intoxicated, and my focus was the money. I was just so blinded by everyone else. All I saw was money. It was just like, hey y'all, hey everybody, hey STACKZ, hey STACKZ, hey, putting on my clothes, and I'm on the floor, and I was dancing on every like, thank you, prophet, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got done, I would go to the dressing room. I made a lot of money, and I would do it again the next day. And it's just like, you should not live your life unfocused, that the only thing you're seeing is this money. You're not even seeing the people around you or the people you're dancing on. You're just focused on making sure you get this money from them and moving around. I don't ever want to be that distracted in life. And I pray that you guys don't let nothing, especially something so perishable, to distract you in life, because that literally took life out of me, y'all. Like, it really took life out of me. And in June, as I kept doing it, I started feeling so low. Like, so low. Like, I had the money, But my spirit, my energy just started getting low, 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 low. And then it got to the point where I was like having anxiety. I was paranoid because it's like when I wasn't drinking or if I was tipsy and I could see them, it's like I didn't know them because I was always drinking and focused on the money. That when I was sober or was a little bit of sober, when I was seeing my coworkers and bosses and stuff, it's like I knew them, but it's like I don't know y'all because I'm always drunk. So my mind and my mental was like frantic, just like, what is going on? Like, I literally went into panic mode. And I used to pull my friend to the side, who happens to be our house mom, and I was having anxiety attacks. And she's like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, well, you look pretty, and was trying to calm me down. But I didn't understand then, but I do now. It was like, I didn't know them. I just knew the dollars. It got to the point where everyone I knew, I no longer knew. I just knew the money. But like I kept praying. I've always been a praying person. And I'm just so glad that God kept his hands on me, because he showed me, like, you don't even know what you're doing to yourself. You want this good life so bad that you're putting yourself in a compromising position, and it's going wrong. So now daddy got to step in and clean it up. Because now I got to come and lay my hands on you so we can get some structure back. And I'm just like, okay. I didn't know what was going on. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to stop drinking. Maybe I need to stop drinking. So I went the route of stop drinking. And the paranoia, it kept flaring up. The anxiety kept flaring up. And I'm just crying. I'm praying. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And the last week of June, it got to the point where literally I couldn't even dance no more, y'all. Like, I literally was going into the club and I'll get on the floor, and the energy just felt so just not right, that I used to go to the dressing room and just put my clothes back on. They'd be like, STACKZ, what's wrong? I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't do it anymore, you know? And they like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I honestly didn't know. Move, mommy, get back. Like, I honestly did not know. I did not understand how destructive I was to myself by praising money, loving money, and only caring about the dollar bill. I did not understand. But I did notice that the club started going downhill. My energy started going downhill. I started getting paranoid. Anxiety was flaring up. And I was losing energy far as being productive. And I didn't know what was going on. I'm just like, what is going on? You know? And so the last week of June, the club was having an artist there, and I was like being positive. I'm praying. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. And girl came in, and she was just like, oh, this is the devil's house, and everybody is mad, and everybody's ready to fight. And I'm just trying to keep myself positive, and she was just speaking so negative or whatever. But I just prayed on, like, God, you got me. I'm gonna work it out. And I kept trying to dance, y'all. I kept saying, like, I can do this. I have to make this money. I was still trying to hold on to making money, despite my spirit and energy feeling so low. I was still focused on the dollar. And so that day, I got dressed. This day, I was able to get dressed. I got dressed, and I said, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. I was just talking to myself, like, it's going to be a good night. And I get on the floor, and I'm just looking out at the crowd. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a good night. And as I'm looking out in the crowd, every negative thought you could think was in my mind. I was thinking something was going to happen to me. I was thinking something was going to happen in the club. I was like, my anxiety and paranoia flared up again because I was not used to being sober, y'all. Like, I was not used to being sober and looking out at people that I have been drunk for so long that when I tried to become sober, I was scared because my body was not used to being sober. So when I was sober, I didn't know those people anymore. I didn't know the crowd. I didn't know the club. And I panicked. And I panicked so hard, I ran to the dressing room. I got dressed. And they're like, STACKZ, what's wrong? And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I have to go. No, gotta go. And she's like, just drink some water. You're gonna be fine. I'm like, no, I gotta go. I gotta go. Putting on my clothes. I run out the club. I'm crying. And I ended up reaching out to the guy I was in love with, and because I didn't know who to call, I didn't know who to talk to, and I will say he was always good with, he always was good with listening. Sometimes he didn't talk much, but he always was a listener, and it's kind of weird, but I guess it's good and bad. But he asked me like, what's wrong, and I'm just like, I ran out of the club. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm having real bad social anxiety. And he was like, oh, you can work through that. I'm like, no. Like, I really just ran out of the club. And I'm sitting in my car and I'm bawling, like crying, like going crazy crying. Like, I don't know why I feel like this. At the time, I did not know why I was feeling like that. So he ended up calling me and talking to me until I got home, calmed me down or whatever. And we talked about a couple things, and I'm just like, it's going to get better. Like, it's going to get better. And I got off the phone with him, and I'm sitting in my bed, and I'm talking to my dog, and I'm just like, lady, like, I gotta get us right. Like, I have to get us right. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. I really felt like I wasn't gonna make it. Like, I felt like, Lord, what is going on with me? Like, have you ever just got so nervous and you just like, what the heck is going on? So I'm like, Lord, what's going on? And it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to take some action. Like, I really need to take some action and figure out like what's going on. So I get up, I put my clothes on, and I go to the hospital. I go to the emergency room, and I let them know, like, I need to see somebody. Like, I really need some help because I don't know what's going on, and I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I got so nervous, and the lady, how they do it, the questions, and she's like, do you have thoughts of suicide? Do you have thoughts of this? Are you paranoid? And I'm like, yes. So they immediately, like, she goes to the back and she says something, and then she comes back and say, ma'am, can you follow me? And I follow her, and she said, you can sit here. They're going to take good care of you. And I'm sitting there, and next thing I know, they come and they say, they give me a bag and give me a robe and say, I need you to take all your clothes off, earrings, jewelry, cell phone, bracelet, necklace, everything off, put it in this bag, and put on this robe. And I didn't know what was going on, but I kind of had an idea, like, okay, they probably think I'm going to harm myself. And I had no intentions in harming myself, but you guys, I could not turn my thoughts off. And so I did it, and I ended up meeting someone who's I'm close friends with now. He worked there, and he came in, and I believe he drew blood, and he asked me like, what are you doing here? Like, what's going on? And I told him like, I work in a club and been working there for a few years. Been drunk majority of my years working there and trying to stop drinking. Like, I'm really trying to get my life together, but I don't know why. I'm feeling how I'm feeling. I'm having this crazy anxiety. Like, I did not know what was going on. And he was just talking to me and was just like, I went through a similar situation, and it's okay. It's just the phases of your body not being used to. You've been drinking for so long, my body wasn't used to not having it. So when I did not have the liquor, I had the reaction of anxiety, paranoia, the weird thoughts and all that, because I was nervous. And then I'm not going to claim that. I used to be a natural overthinker, so I feel like that just made it worse. But so he was just talking to me, and he helped me a lot, and we ended up exchanging numbers, and now we are good friends. But so that happened on a Sunday, and so they told me, you growing up in foster care, you have some things that have not been dealt with. You need to continue to talk to your therapist, exercise more, get your sleeping habit right, eat healthier, and just don't drink anymore. Stay away from the liquor because you are having liquor withdrawals or whatever. So I listened to it, and when I left, I just told myself like, okay, I have to go exercise. I was like trying to keep myself positive, y'all. And what was that, Tuesday night? That Monday, that's when I went out and walked and did my exercise. Tuesday night, I was at home, and I came across a book that I had years ago called How to Change the Way You Think. And it was the author was saying he incorporated God in the structure of how to change the way you think. And he was saying, like, sometimes we make mistakes in life, and we just need to do the ABC steps with it, which is, repent, believe that Jesus Christ is, confess our sins, repent, and believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And I did those, and when I tell you guys, like, literally, soon as I did that, that's when, like, the doors of heaven opened up, and God was just, like, talking to me. Put the book down, Nina. Give me your undivided attention. Because now I can explain to you what you did wrong. Because I did those steps as the book said. I'm like, it was to the point I did not know what was going on. And I was praying to God, like, God, if anybody is wishing anything negative upon me, please, just bless me, just fix it, and woo woo. And then it got to the point where it's just like, God, if I did anything wrong, please just tell me, just show me, because I don't know what's going on. Like, I really didn't know what was going on, so I was trying to tap on every possible suspect that I could. And when I did those ABC steps, that's when God said, put the book down, Nina. So I put the book down, and I moved my dog off my bed, I cleared the way, and God really talked to me, and he told me, you pray to me for certain things, but you want to do life your way. You said, forget the church, forget God. I have my brand, my money, my man, my best friend, my business. You replaced me with that money, with that man, with that friend, with that business, and yourself. You removed me from the throne of your soul and you put all these earthly things there. You didn't really care. You just stopped caring about the church. You stopped caring about the one that's always been there for you all your life. And when I tell you guys, like, I literally was crying, like, God, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then that next day, I went to church. And, which was a Wednesday, which was Bible study. I went to church, and I told my church sister, pastor daughter, I said, I have to talk to pastor, I have to talk to the church, because I gotta do it right. And she's like, girl, you glowing. And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, God finally came and talked to me last night. And she was just like, that's good, that's good. And I was like, yeah, I gotta talk to pastor. So at the end of Bible study, I went up there and I told pastor, like, pastor, I need to get baptized Sunday, and I need to talk to the church. He's like, okay, well, we're baptizing somebody else. We can baptize you too. And I'm like, okay. And it happened just that fast, y'all. So that Sunday was July 14th. Now, mind y'all, the whole month of June, I was going through it. The whole month of July, I was going through it. So July 14th, that's when I ended up getting baptized. And I talked to my church and I apologized to them before I got baptized. And literally, y'all, when I say the glory of God is so amazing, like, I literally did not know how deep into the nightlife I was. Like, I just wanted to do right. You know, I just wanted to make my life better than how I was raised. I just wanted to be successful. I wanted to always be, you know, be up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we do want things so bad that we end up doing the wrong thing in the wrong way. But I can honestly say, since July 14th, my life have changed. Like, it did not stop. The anxiety slowed down, the paranoia slowed down, but it did not stop for like another 2 weeks, because God had to break so much off of me. First off, I'm taking a club. I'm taking a club money. Your business is on a pause. Social media fame is taking it. That man that you are in love with gotta go. That friend that you call your best friend gotta go. These people you hang around with gotta go. Your language gotta go. These pictures of you half dressed gotta go. Your whole mindset gotta go. And I honestly, y'all, seriously, I got broken down, stripped naked, stripped skin, stripped to the bone of everything that I thought was the right way of doing things. Everything I thought made so much sense and was going to work. He took it. When I apologized to God and I said, you know what, God, I want to do it your way. I'm going to do it your way. He literally stepped in and took everything. And it's like, do you want me to clean you up or no? Because you put so much dirt, so much mud, so much pain, so much on you, that even taking it off is going to hurt. That's just how bad it is. It might not have hurt when you put it on, but After a while, you're going to feel the hurt. But taking it off is going to hurt even worse because I have to strip the source away. I got to take the source away. And he did just that. And when I tell you, it hurt, but I don't regret it. I'm glad it happened because he showed me in the midst of taking the things away that when it comes to friendship, every smiling face ain't your friend for real. When it comes to love, you can't always share your story with people because people can see your pain, they see your hurt, they see where you lack, they see that you're vulnerable, and instead of them helping you, they can abuse you, they can use you, you know. And I honestly just like the friend, I seen it a mile away, but when he bring things to your forefront, it's just like, okay, gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying? I was okay with that. And as far as the relationship, I had to let it go. It's just like, you know what? I had to let this go. Did it take me a long time to fall out of love? Yes, it did. And I'm still in the process. But far as like, I had to let it go. And I had to just give God, put him back on the throne of my soul and clean me up. And when I tell you now, I know what I want in a friend. I know what I want in a man. He brought back my self-respect, my standards for friends and a man. He brought back structure into my life, y'all. Like, I literally lost myself in this clip. I literally lost myself. And he just brought back, like, he brought me peace. God gave me joy. He gave me, I don't need a man, a friend, or money to feel whole. I just need him. And I can honestly say, since I've been walking with God, I have never felt so whole. I never felt this complete. I never felt this much joy and peace. I'm not rolling over kissing somebody every day. I'm not calling up my friend every day. Because I love myself now. He taught me how to love myself. And not just love myself, but how to love him before I can get any of these earthly things, including people. This is world stuff. We are meant to seek God and his plan for us. Not, oh, I'm going to make my plan and I'm just going to ask God to bless it and give me guidance. No. God, show me who my friends are. God, where's my Adam? Who is my Adam? What should I look for in a man? God, when it comes to this business, what should I be doing? How should I do it? And how is my business going to glorify your name? Even if it is selling hair and lashes. I don't care if it's doing nails. I don't care if it's doing hair. I don't care if it's baking pies. I don't care if it's washing dogs or walking dogs. How is what we do in life glorifying the Lord? How? And that's where I'm at in my life. It's just like, I've been praying to God and I want all these things. And it's like, Nina, you want all these things, but you want to use me like I'm a genie in a bottle. Instead of me, you want me to make it happen instead of me showing you how to make it happen, me guiding and leading you how to make it happen. You have greatness in you, the same greatness that I can bless you with. You already have that spirit in you. You praying the wrong prayer. Number one, you doing the wrong thing. You walking the wrong walk. You talking the wrong talk. But that's okay, because now you've been sowing, paying tithes. You've been fasting. Just be quiet, because I'm going to strip you down. And in the midst of me stripping away all these things that you pray to me that you don't want, and you don't want to be around, you don't want to live in this lifestyle. As I strip away what you asked me to strip away, I'm going to strip away some other things too. And then I'm going to teach you how to do it the right way. When I tell y'all now, I understand and I know that we need money for everything in life. But I can honestly tell y'all, I do not praise money anymore. I don't care about it. Like, yeah, I want to be able to shop how I used to. Yeah, I want to, get my hair done how I used to. But I am not in a desperate position like I used to be either. I'm going to wait for my blessing to come, and I'm going to work for it and not go the fast route. Relationships. I'm not vulnerable anymore. I'm not thirsty. I'm not desperate. And most of all, I'm not blind anymore. So what I allowed to happen will never happen again. Never happen again. Ever happen again. I am so awake to things now, and it's just like I know that marriage is on the way. Like, I've literally have been saving myself, and I am so serious about this that I don't even feel like I can date or even just be friends with men, and simply because men are distractions. They can be a distraction, and I believe in transfer of energy, and some people can say some people can say stuff and deposit it into you, and it's just like I'm okay. It's like you can keep that. I'm looking for my Boaz. I'm not looking for him, but I'm praying on my Boaz. I'm waiting on him, and I don't want to entertain anybody, because I feel like when you put a block in a position, when you put someone in a position, they're holding up the space for the right person to walk through. So it's just like, I don't want to kick it. I don't really want to hang with males, and I don't want to play the dating game. I don't want to do that, because I want to use this time to continue to grow as a person and grow in Christ. You know what I'm saying? I want God to continue to show me who I am, what I like, what I don't like, and how to look out for people. Because see, people will say one thing, but their actions will say something totally different. You got to pay attention, because people will show you. People will show you who they are. Don't always listen to what they say. You got to watch them. Because people will tell you just enough that will intrigue you to get them on the inside of your fence. And once they get on the inside of your fence, everything they said before they was on the inside, out the window. Void. Doesn't matter. They're on the inside now. Now they're out of your mind. They in, and they say they can do what they want now. I'm inside. So it's just like, I'm cool. And then it's just like God has blessed me so much where I can smell poop states away. Okay? I'm not going to say miles. I'm not going to say feet. States away. I can look at somebody and they can say one sentence. I'm cool. And I believe in the saying that it's a privilege to be in my presence. It is. Everybody should feel like that. So it's like the club, I'm over it. I don't care to even hang out in it. You know, best friend. I don't care about it. Do I want a female friend that we can, you know, go out together, have fun, and shop, and maybe get matching outfits every a time or two? Of course. Who don't? I'm not forcing anything. Do I want a man? Yes. But see, I'm learning now, don't go off how people look. Don't go off what people say. You gotta get to know the inside of people. See, I sometimes, when I like a guy, I need to see how you look. Yes, daddy, yes. Sexy, yes, I need him. And it's just like, yeah, he look good on the outside. Crack that egg open, sis. No good. No good. No good. Not again. And it's just like, once you know better, you do better. And it's so it's like, I'm just valuing my time and my, you know, like I'm learning to be by myself, and I love it. And I feel like everyone should learn to appreciate themselves before we can actually appreciate inviting other people into our lives. Moral of the story. So I can honestly say, like, my mindset is better. My anxiety is gone. Paranoia is gone. I am healthier. Skin is glowing. I have standards again. Self-respect. I have boundaries again, you know. And overall, y'all, I'm just so happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy from the inside out, because I saw the signs when I was going bad. I prayed. I allowed God to step in, and I followed him ever since he stepped in. And I've been enjoying this ride. And I'm just learning that we can't do life on our own. Just like we always will need help to call, like, family member or friend. Like, we always gonna need help with something in life. Living life without Christ is impossible. I don't care what no one says. Living life without Christ is impossible. That should be the title of this bedroom conversation. Living life without Christ is impossible. Impossible. And mommy, sit down. And I just want to encourage everyone that see this video to pay yourself attention. Pay yourself attention, because when your energy change, your spirit change, your energy level change, that is something that is telling you something is off. Listen, get it right, talk to God, pray, listen to him, and do what he say. And life will be so much better, y'all. I promise you. Like, this has been the best thing. Like, it hurt. It hurt. But this has been the best thing that has happened to me thus far. And I'm going to tell you guys some of the blessings that I have got in another video. But just listen and take that step. Do what you got to do. Take that step. And just get that peace. Get that peace. It's okay to love God. I know they make it uncool and everybody want to do all this worldly stuff. All the bad stuff is now becoming cool and legal and okay. But it is okay for us to walk with Christ and listen to him and get right. It's okay. And it's going to become cool again. Watch what I tell you. It's going to become cool again. And first off, it never went out of style. We just chose to, everybody want to like touch the smoke a little bit. But get it's impossible to live life without Christ. I'm telling you. So, I hope this video encouraged you guys. This has been a good bedroom conversation. I feel good. I got it out of my system. I told y'all my story. It's not done. We're going to have like different segments so we can say this is part 1 of it. I hope it's been encouraging. Leave your comments in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and make sure you guys go add me on my social sites at NENNA STACKZ. I will leave that down below. And also, you can shop my hairline and my lash line at NennaStackZ.com, which I will also leave down below. I love y'all. I pray that God bless y'all. And tell me some situations that you guys are going through. If you have been through a similar situation such as myself, or just anything that you have been through in life where God got your attention and you got right, and you're loving it. Like, tell me you guys stories in the comment section below. So I will catch you guys later. I will be all dolled up in the next video, but until then, have a good night and enjoy yourself.